everybody. I hope you're all doing well. This is the weirdest thing I've ever lived through and definitely ever taught through. So, I hope you're all doing okay in life, but also with classes. And if you need anything, obviously, you can reach out to me. Today, I'll give you the next set of instructions just through the video. I've really loved your food truck projects. I think they're super cool. This project is usually like our big group project, our competition project, and I love this project, and it makes me really sad that we're missing out on it. I've tried to break it down into individual. It's a little weird to do it individually. It's a lot of work. So I'm trying to break it down into as small sections as possible. So now we're on to design the truck. And I have a super cool template that we can use to design the trucks, but it also requires a printer for you all. Since we're not in person, I can't just hand you the copy. So if you have a printer, print off the PDF that's attached, and then it will look like this. Like, I don't know if you saw that. But if you don't have a printer, grab a notebook or a piece of paper and just sketch the two sides of the truck. Or you can even pull up a picture of a truck, like a food truck, on your laptop and then just trace it, the classic trick. But however, you can get the truck format. And I'm going to show you, if you are able to print off the PDF, I'm going to show you how to cut it out and assemble it. But you will want to design and color it first. Mine's on purple paper just because that's all we have. But you will color everything and then you'll cut it out. If you remember when you design it, when you color it, that it's going to be like this. So don't make them upside down. Just be cautious of which side you're looking at. And then this big rectangle would be the top of the truck. So you'll want to just kind of cut it out just around the edges, obviously. And I always just do it sloppy first. And then you can work with it a little easier. But it has built-in tabs for you to be able to tape it together. And I used to have tons of examples of this, even if we were at school. I still don't have them. They got thrown away on accident this year, but they are really cute when they're done. So once you have it kind of roughly cut out, then you want to cut out along the edges. Don't cut these tabs with a circle on them. Don't cut those off. You want to leave those intact. So then you'll just cut them out more precisely. Okay. And what I would make sure, I should talk about kind of designing your truck right now. So when you look, if you have looked at any food trucks online for inspiration, some are super bright and colorful and some are really basic. That's really just personal preference. Like, there's lots of people that prefer a minimalistic vibe and there's people that prefer a super bright, colorful vibe. It's just totally your choice. But you do want the name to be big and bold and readable, and then kind of like some kind of graphic to show what kind of food you're making. So if you're making like sweet breakfast, like maybe a waffle, right? Or whatever, if your logo had, a couple people's logos had the food on it, that's great too. So you want the name and the logo for sure, and then something to identify what it is that you'll be serving, so that they don't have to get, because we all hate social interaction, so they don't have to get super close to the truck and then reject you if they don't want to eat what you're serving. So that a good truck would have all that kind of big and bright to see. And if you want to draw, if you don't want to fill up all the space, some tricks, you can draw like a serving window on the side so that you don't have to color that space. Okay, so I've cut it out kind of roughly still. So wherever there's this line, like this line in between the two dots, you want to cut a little slit. And then you'll want to cut a slit there and there You're just kind of cutting little slits. You're not cutting them off, you're just cutting slits. I'm going to show what that looks like in just a minute. And really, if you mess up the tabs, it's not the end of the world, for sure. And let's cut that off. You'll be able to make... Am I done? I'm done. Okay, so then what I like to do is I like to fold the big square, so this big is a rectangle. This big rectangle here. I like to fold that first and get the big lines going, and then focus on the little ones after that. So it's gonna fold down one side and then the other. So that looks like this, and then this front needs to be folded kind of at an angle. And that, like, if you want to be precise, it looks great, but if you want to be sloppy, that also works. There's really, you can kind of do this however you want to, but I like to put a little extra fold in. Okay. And then all these tabs, you just want to fold and crease them towards the truck. So fold them in towards the truck. And you kind of want to just go around the whole entire truck doing that. Okay. Okay, so then this is where it gets really tricky. If you have, I don't know, good hands, this is easy. The back is the easiest. You just need to kind of, you're using the tabs to tape. So you fold, and you tape, and you can tape on the outside or you can tape on the inside, whichever you prefer. If you want it to be neat, I'd recommend an inside tape. So kind of putting that there and then taping it up. Ooh, that tab should be on the inside. Okay, so then the back would look like this. It's all kind of taped down. This tab I'll cut off later. And then the front, same basic principle. You want tabs to be in, and then you're taping it so that it stands up and is closed off. And then once you get to the second half of the front, you'll understand why you wanted the little curve to it, so that it will hit the front bumper correctly. Otherwise it kind of looks funky if it's all perfectly straight. Oh, I'm not precise enough for this. Okay, and then you can go around and kind of sharpen those corners so that it looks a little bit more truck-esque, less blobby. And you can even cut off the tabs that you aren't using. You can just chop off. It makes it pretty easy, and then it should look like a little truck, and your cute little designs will be right on it. They're absolutely precious. One of my favorite things. So do your best with this. If you are able to assemble it, great. If you're not able to print, do one of the modifications of the assignment. And you're gonna have 2 days to work on this. So today you'll just show me your progress. So you'll have day 1 progress, and then day 2 you'll show a picture of the actual truck. And so if you're having trouble sending pictures to or getting the pictures in the documents, just take a picture, email it to yourself, and then you can copy and paste it from there to the Google Doc. If you need any help, let me know. I'd be happy to help.